Good morning, Quinnipiac. Welcome back to another episode of the Morning After Show. I'm Kate Kravitsky.
Welcome back. It's me again, Nick Frias. We hope you've all been all right. With,
Yes.
The
crazy weather. I mean, it's our first day back from not just the show, but school too after an over a week break.
Yep.
So it's been pretty crazy. So we're going to talk about Sandy, Hurricane Sandy, which destroyed, just completely destroyed and annihilated a huge portion of the East Coast. So I'm from New Jersey, and so I'm actually from the Jersey Shore, and it was just totally devastating. Ugh.
Crazy.
That's okay. So what you're seeing right now is Seaside Heights, and basically like the roller coaster, like the whole boardwalk is gone. The roller coaster was actually in the ocean. Everything is destroyed. My boyfriend's beach house, which is down there, a lot of my friends' beach houses, they're completely flooded. Some of them even, it looks like a war zone. Like there's just debris everywhere. It's just hard. It's just horrible. I mean, I spent my summers there. So it's really tough for a lot of people from New Jersey right now.
She took out everything that was in her path.
She did.
Fortunately, I'm from Massachusetts. Mass was not hit that badly, actually hardly at all, I really don't think. No damage was done to my house. Everyone that I know of back home was fine. You said, though, Kay, that a tree fell on your house at home, right?
Yep. So I live about like 10 minutes from the beach, and so I'm not in a beach town, but I'm very close. And a tree in my front yard fell on my front porch, and went into my living room. Luckily, there's only about an 8-inch hole, but still, my parents, it's a significant amount of damage, so it's a lot of money. But my family's okay, thank God, so I'm really happy about that. But they still don't have power.
Yeah.
A ton of New Jersey and New Yorkers don't have power. Luckily, we have a generator.
Yep. As of last night, though, I was reading, I think about 900 or so Hamden residents were still without power. And this is even after a couple of days, like, for the most part, the debris has been picked up here. So 900 people in Hamden still without power, but we know crews are doing their best to get everything back on board. And I know, like, students here were really just kind of taking advantage of, of Sandy.
Because we didn't have school this whole week, so people were just going out every night, you know, doing no homework. It was kind of like a fun little vacation, but you know, there's such a large portion of people at Quinnipiac who are from the New York, New Jersey area, so it was hard on everybody. But we didn't have power here for a while.
Right.
We got it back. My house got it back a couple of days ago, thankfully.
I still live at York Hill. I'm in Eastview, so we were on generator power.
Lucky.
That wasn't too bad for us. We only lost power, I think, for literally like a minute and a half. But I'm going to be that guy. I feel like people forgot the reason why we didn't have school for 10 days. Why they felt like they could go out all night and party. Remember that there were some people who weren't fortunate enough to be in the same position as you are. So just remember the real reason why you didn't have school for so long.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, there are people who not only was there flooding, but people who lost their homes completely, their boats, their cars, their lives. The New York City subways are still flooded. So I mean, it's just like complete and utter chaos and mayhem, just a little bit south of here. But luckily, things are starting to pick up. Gas lines are improving.
We're starting to get back to our way of life of how it was.
Yes. It's going to take a while to rebuild everything and get the water out and get people back to a normal routine. But we're starting there. I mean,
we're trying to at least, and we're going to get there.
Hopefully.
And Quinnipiac really was doing their efforts to make sure that we were well notified. We got dozens of emails and a 5-minute time span a couple days ago saying, don't go out, the roads are not safe, this is closed, that's closed. At one point, they were evacuating students from the freshman suites, Pearl Roth, Larson, and Troop. They set up beds in the Stand Studio A and the rec center for students who lost power in those areas. So that was really extreme. Like, Quinnipiac was not taking any chances.
No, I was actually very proud of Quinnipiac. I thought they handled it really well. I think it was a good idea to cancel classes for the whole week because people were home and they were trying to help out their families as well as they didn't have power. But anyway, Sandy is over, thankfully, and we hope that everyone who was affected by it starts recovering really soon.
But I hear we might have a nor'easter sometime later this week, but what I'm really happy to say right now is we have a throwback anchor for weather. It's our very own executive producer, Melissa Gorman.
Hi, right, guys, I am back just for the day. Taylor unfortunately sprained her ankle, so I, of course, had to step in. Going back to Sandy a little, I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents and say I completely agree with everything you guys put in, and it's just so sad. My family in Danbury, Connecticut still does not have power, and it's just so crazy living in the cold right now, and it's so sad. So everyone just try to remember what happened, and we are still really recovering from it. But moving forward with the weather, as for today, I mean, it is UGG and North Face season. Winter is here, in my opinion. It is freezing outside. We are in the high 40s, low high 20s, partly cloudy today. As for tomorrow, it's more sunny. Sunny in the high 40s, low 30s. And then in the 2 days we do not have is the nor'easter that everyone is pretty worried about, Wednesday and Thursday. As for Connecticut and most of New York, New Jersey is going to be rain and wind. That is the nor'eastern we are getting. It shouldn't be cold enough for us to get any snow, so just be wary that it will be pretty rough outside, but hopefully everything will be okay. Nothing like what we've had, but still pretty bad. But as for the weekend, we'll be all sun, so it will be good to go out again in the 50s we have it. So besides Wednesday and Thursday, the weekend will be good, and hopefully a good week. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Melissa.
Such a lovely job.
She is. She's great. I'm happy, though, that there's not a good chance that we're going to get snow and it's going to be mostly rain. I don't think we can handle.
We need that break.
Yes.
And hopefully that weekend full of sun.
Mother Nature, help us out.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Stay with us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put that out.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. So, Kate, it turns out that for the entire month of November, it's actually recycling month. So that means people are going to be doing kind of like what they can to make not only their campus and their surroundings, but go green.
I love it. I'm a green person. I try to recycle as much as I can. Quinnipiac, I think, sent not an email out, but like the Facebook updates that if you follow them, which I do, they send something out that's like November is election month too, but it's recycling month. So I mean, they have like the one system now where it's all the like you can put garbage and everything into one. The single stream recycling or something.
They have those like compact trash cans, I know, that like work off solar power, and it's really weird.
Well, because Quinnipiac got like a terrible rating for our greenness compared to all of their campuses. We were like a D across the country, so it was really bad. So I think Quinnipiac's really trying to improve that and sustainability and all that stuff.
Quinnipiac can do what it can to try to fix that, though, but ultimately, isn't it up to the students who decide, oh, well, if I'm not going to recycle, then there's nothing really Quinnipiac can do about it. So it's really the students who decide I'm going to recycle or I'm not going to recycle, and they ultimately end up making the campus green or not. But
I agree. Yeah, I mean, people don't realize like if you have a single water bottle or a Snapple bottle or piece of paper, they're like, oh well, this isn't going to make a big difference if I don't recycle. But the thing is that one piles up, and if everybody feels that way, then nobody's going to be recycling.
Yeah.
But So everyone, it's November. It is a recycling month, so do your best to keep recycling or go out of your way to recycle more than you would. Hopefully you'll make it a habit.
Yeah. As you alluded, though,
yes.
Kate's very happy. It is also election month.
Election month. Tomorrow is actually the election. I know Leah's going to be talking about the final countdown until this election.
Yep. You're nervous, though.
I'm nervous. I don't want to outright
without saying who you want to vote, voted for, because you did vote.
I did vote. I sent in my absentee ballot, which unfortunately now it's too late for people to send in absentee ballots.
Yep.
But if you can get home and you're on campus, and you're registered, try to vote. It's super, super important.
Every vote counts.
It does. And this election is apparently a dead heat.
It is very close.
So I'm very nervous. I'm not going to say who I voted for. I'm pretty sure it's obvious. But
maybe Leah will get to tell us, though, just how close it is and what each candidate's doing to kind of seal the deal.
Yes. Maybe she can make me not as upset or fearful. Anyway, Leah, what do you have for us?
Hi everyone, I'm Leah Mark and I'm back with the final political update before tomorrow's election. And Kate, I can't believe Election Day is finally upon us. If you're not excited for this, I don't know what will get you excited. With the election tomorrow, new polls are still being released. In the latest NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, President Obama is leading Mitt Romney 48 to 47%. Can the president hold this lead into tomorrow? Only time will tell. In other news, while Hurricane Sandy wreaked havoc on the East Coast, it also put the election on the back burner. After the hurricane, independent New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg came out in support of Barack Obama. At the same time, New Jersey Mayor, Republican Chris Christie, praised Obama for the work he has done in the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy. Interesting, because he was the keynote speaker at the Republican National Convention. In more pre-election news, with Hurricane Sandy coming in and destroying various polling places, New Jersey Mayor Chris Christie says online voting has now become available in New Jersey, which is a first for any state. In New York, residents displaced by the hurricane have been complaining that their new polling sites are too far for them to get to. Hopefully, New Yorkers will find a way to get their vote counted. Finally, even though you should all remember to vote, you should also remember that if you have any time to give, go and donate to the Red Cross hurricane relief efforts. All right, that's it for this political update. Remember to go and vote. I'm Leah Mark. Back to you guys.
Very nice, Leah. Thank you.
Excellent.
It's still 48-47. That's really close.
It's a nail biter.
But I did want to. Yes. But I did want to say I'm from New Jersey, and typically we vote Democratic. But our governor is Chris Christie, and he's Republican, and he isn't my favorite. But I have to say, both he and Barack Obama really worked incredibly well together, and I'm very proud of my state right now for the way they've responded to everything.
Well, I think when you have a common goal as huge as fixing the aftermath and destruction of Hurricane Sandy, it does not matter what political side you're on, because you both know that the right thing to do is to fix the destruction that the storm caused. So regardless if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, you both know that you have to fix what has been done, and they're both doing the right thing. So.
I definitely agree, and I think for both candidates, Mitt Romney and Obama, it was great that they postponed their campaigning and kind of put their efforts towards a more important goal, in my opinion. So good job, guys.
Yeah, so I think right now we got entertainment coming
up. We need some entertainment after all these.
It's been a little bit of a somber show.
Yeah,
so
the election is it's looming. We're nervous and nobody knows what's going to happen. Sandy was depressing, so we need some more upbeat stuff going on.
Cynthia's got entertainment. What do you got?
Thanks, guys. Britney Spears. Her name alone just brings memories. The good, the bad, and the funny. This time the pop star is being sued. By whom, you ask? By her ex-manager, Sam Lutfi, of course. Lutfi sued Spears and her family for libel, breach of contract, and battery. Spears first met Lutfi while at a party. Lutfi claimed that he and Spears had an oral contract saying that he was her manager. Too bad that he didn't get paid for it and that no one took him seriously. Hence why his best bet was to sue the pop star. The verdict? The judge dismissed the case as weak, and Lutfi left the courthouse without a dime. I just hope that Britney learned her lesson. Don't think that everyone you meet at a party is automatically your friend. Bad things will happen. Well, that's it for entertainment. Back to you guys.
Very interesting. I haven't heard Britney Spears' name in the media in a while. It's like a kind of a scandal or anything.
It just seems like, though, it wouldn't be entertainment without the likes of Lohan, Britney,
Amanda Bynes recently.
Recently, yes, whoever else is out there. But something I think that's a bit more fitting for most audiences, there's a new Disney movie coming out called Wreck-It Ralph, and actually it was released this weekend, right?
Yes, and it opened up with $49.1 million, which is the largest grossing Disney movie for the first weekend ever, but that does not
excluding
include
Pixar.
Pixar, because
yes.
we were both like, wait a minute, what about Toy Story? Come on, those are huge movies. But so they did really well. The movie is about this
arcade character.
Yeah,
who
he
really
lives in a video game.
His character anymore.
He's a bad guy. He's the bad guy, and he hates it. He wants to be the good guy, so he's sick of it. He leaves his game, he deserts it, and he goes off into this cyber world of video games.
He goes off into other games to try to be the new main character there and be the good guy.
It looks really cute. It's appropriate for all audiences. So I want to go see it.
I'm actually not gonna lie. I'm curious about seeing it. I usually don't go for the animation Disney shows, unless it's Toy Story or something like that. But
that's classic.
This one looks good.
It does look cute. And John C. Reilly is the main guy.
Yep.
And it's funny. He looks like him. They tend to do that.
They match it like that.
It's very, very cute. Anyway, go check it out, guys. And we're gonna go for a quick commercial break, we'll be right back.
Over here! Did you know that the first person to fly faster than the speed of sound was Chuck Yeager back in 1947? No? I didn't think so.
It's fun to know history. Find curious facts from America's past at loc.gov, the Library of Congress website.
What do you get when you mix a chef, a plumber, and a policeman with an abandoned restaurant? A recipe for success. With the help of their local community coalition, these three brought in carpenters and electricians. They donated time and materials and helped turn that old restaurant into a family center. Now they're all building a better community, volunteering to help keep kids away from drugs. And that's the tastiest dish of all. Visit helpyourcommunity.org to see what your group can do, because you get more
when you get together. Welcome back, guys. So one thing we didn't mention actually about the hurricane was that it completely disrupted the New York City Marathon plans.
Yes.
It was scheduled for yesterday, this past Sunday, and up until I think until Friday, it was still going on as planned, which is it goes in Manhattan, all throughout the boroughs, and people come in from all over the world to race in this marathon, but the damage and the destruction to New York City was just too extreme, and finally Mayor Bloomberg announced that they were going to cancel it, not reschedule, but cancel it. So some people were really unhappy, but I think it was the right decision.
Was this the first time ever that the New York City Marathon has been canceled?
I'm not going to outright say yes, but I don't know of it ever being canceled prior to this. I have no idea. I mean, the timing of the hurricane was just a perfect combination.
You can really do about that, though.
No, but the really nice thing was that all these people that flew in from all over the world, all these countries, instead of sitting around in their hotel rooms and complaining that they flew all this way, spent all this money, they actually helped, and they started volunteering and helping those in need in New York City. So it was really just a beautiful display of what community means, and we're really thankful for all those people who helped.
That's what should be done.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
What should be done.
Absolutely. So good job. Thank you.
And what we're going to do right now is we're going to toss it over to Stacy for another do-it-yourself segment. I don't know what she's got planned, but I'm sure it's something good. Stacy, what do you got?
Thanks, guys. Well, today I have something more directed towards the ladies, and it's something for your hair. And today it's a sock bun. And basically what you do is you take, I already did this, but you take a sock and you cut out the toe of the part of the sock. And then, or you could use like a leg warmer as well if you want like a thicker bun. And once you cut out the end, you're supposed to have 2 open holes. And you simply just roll it up in like the shape of a donut. And for this project, you're gonna also need 2 scrunchies, I guess some hairspray if you have flyaways. And it's pretty simple. I guess 2 minutes to actually do it, and obviously a sock, so you have your sock bun. And you're gonna fold it up like this. You just kind of do like a twisty motion to get the hole in the middle. And always have scrunchies. You tie your hair in a ponytail. You could do a high bun or a low bun. And then you take the sock and you also put it around your hair as if it was a scrunchie. And then what you're gonna do is, obviously you can't see, but like you're gonna open up your hair around the bun. Let's see if I could. You're gonna open up, I don't have a mirror, but you're gonna open up your hair around the bun. and then twist the rest of your hair around it. And you should have a nice little space in the middle, little hole. And you take your other scrunchie and you secure it. I don't know how neat it looks right now. I don't know how neat it is, but hopefully you have like a mirror or a friend to tell you, and you want to make sure that the sock is like a dark colored. If you're a brunette, go for black. A blonde, see if you get like a brown sock, but hopefully, you know, comes out nice. Sometimes it's nice if it's a little messy. You could go professional, you could go out with it with a high bun, but that's it. So Kate, maybe next week you'll try a high bun for us, but back to you guys.
Thank you, thank you. I've done the bun before, the sock bun, and it's awesome. I love it.
It makes me want to have long hair.
Yeah, so nice. No, actually, I was taught it this summer. I interned at Pace University, and one of the girls that I interned with always had her hair high up, and it was perfectly, like, it was just gorgeous. And I was like, how the hell does she do this every day? It must take her forever. And I asked her about it, and she's like, no, it takes me about not even 5 minutes. And she showed me how to do it. It was a sock, and she actually said that she used a leg warmer. So it's the same thing, you just roll it up, and I happen to do a high one when I do it, but it's really convenient, especially if you're not in the mood to straighten your hair or scrunch it, or you just don't want to do it. You can do it quick, and it looks really, really nice. So thank you,
I guess this would mean more to me if I was a woman.
Yes. We'll give you a wig, and we'll try it out with you in the wig.
Okay, I'll work with that.
It'll look good. But Stacey, thank you so much. So yeah, every girl that hasn't tried it, I recommend you trying it. But now we are going to go over to Tom for Tom's thoughts.
I can only imagine.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Tom's Thoughts. Since we missed last week's show due to Hurricane Sandy, we have to make up for lost time. We might be here for a while. If I start getting sentimental, send it back over to Nick and Kate. I missed you guys, but I have a dignity to keep intact. I'm becoming quite the celebrity, if I do say so myself. A regular Brad Pitt, if you will. Enough about my recent claim to Quinnipiac media stardom. Let's talk about this hurricane. Holy S. That was a lot crazier down on the mainland. I luckily got to sit on my throne up on the hill during the whole thing. While I was sitting around playing N64 and sleeping all day, people were actually going through some hard times. It really put into perspective how grateful we all should be. One of the biggest storms to hit the East Coast in recent history, and us on York Hill had everything we needed to keep ourselves sane. Meanwhile, in New York, people were waiting 2 hours in line for gas and going on day 6 of no heat or electricity. I don't know if you've been outside lately, but it's a bit chilly, and it's getting dark at like 2 in the afternoon now. It's hard, and we have to make it, and we have it made here at Quinnipiac. Literally, the only problem I experienced was that there was no cable, and you can't even complain about that. Cable TV is slowly becoming obsolete, kind of like newspapers. We also missed Halloween. I had a Halloween edition of Tom's Thoughts all set up for last week, but Halloween had there was a Halloween edition of Sandy's Thoughts. In short, she didn't want to hear what I had to say. What annoyed me most was that I didn't get to tell you it was Halloween. How else would you have found out? The internet or something? Yeah, okay. I'm a much more reliable source than those clowns on the internet anyway. Halloween was pretty standard. Girls wore actual costumes and guys wore a bunch of stuff they found in their closets right before the party. I'm guilty of it. I went to a party at my friend's house in a full suit where I pretended to be a 6th grade English teacher. I had a whole spiel too. You know, it's really great seeing the kids with the ambition in their eyes. You know, they got so much going for them. Remember when getting costumes meant something? Back in the day, Mini Tom was all about his Star Wars costumes. I was Obi-Wan Kenobi one year, Darth Maul the next, and I think I was Luke Skywalker the next, after that. And, I love those costumes. If I didn't grow up, I'd probably wear them to Halloween every year. One night last week, I wore a t-shirt where I wrote, "This is my obscure and creative Halloween costume." That's not even creative and obscure. It's stupid, and it's not even a costume. I was dressed like a dude who gave up, and in a way I kind of did. I gave up my childhood hopes and dreams. So if you take anything out of this Tom's Thoughts, I want you to appreciate what you have. We take things for granted sometimes, and it makes us look spoiled. We shouldn't be like that. Be thankful for what you have, because what Hurricane Sandy showed us was that we have to disappear at any minute, that anything could disappear at any minute. Sorry to get sentimental. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Tom.
Just never ceases to amaze me.
No, it was great. Halloween obviously was fun, but the hurricane was terrible, but Thank you, Tom, for that. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with some trivia.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken with cheese for just over $4, giant cheesesteak subs, and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Qcash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
All right, well, it's back.
The heat is on.
It's trivia time.
Trivia time.
I'm winning, right?
I think so.
Okay, not by much though, but Andrew, what is this week's trivia question?
Hey guys, last night I got power back, but Connecticut is still without power. What percentage of Connecticut still does not have power?
Okay.
All right, this is a fitting question. Let's think.
Not just Hamden, but all of Connecticut.
All of Connecticut.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I don't.
Okay, I have a number.
Part of me thinks it's more than what I think it is.
I'm gonna just say a number right now.
I am too.
I'm gonna say 15%.
Oh, okay. I'll go 36%.
Well, UI has been hard at work, and they have 95% of power back, and they hope to get the last 5% back up by tonight.
Great. Good. That's excellent news. I'm glad we were both wrong.
That's fine.
I'm glad we're both wrong.
I'll take the wrong answer. We both overshot it for the sake of Connecticut.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to, like, if people, if there's like 50% of people out of power, I don't want to be like, well, it's not that big of a problem. No, it's a problem. But now that 5%, that's pretty good.
That's good. No.
I read somewhere that at one point Hamden was like, there were thousands and thousands of people without power. Now you said there's only 900 or so.
Yeah.
So we're getting back.
Inching away.
Getting back. Slowly but surely.
So just to kind of wrap up the show, we're going to take it back on a more of a Quinnipiac level. The men's soccer team actually won their first NEC championship this weekend. I think they beat Fairleigh Dickinson. I think that was their last game. They won 3-0. And their final record, I think, was 10-5-2.
10-5-2. That's really exciting for them.
So that was their first ever championship in team history.
I know rugby is in regionals too.
The new blue
they're making
rugby
a splash.
Team, they're not even recognized by Quinnipiac as an official sport. They're just like a club team basically. Yep. They've gone undefeated, and I think who are they playing next?
I'm not sure, but they actually had their first game on the Quinnipiac campus ever. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, past week.
And they had another one.
And they had another one, yeah. They're doing really, really well. So now they're one of the top 16 teams in the country. So that's really exciting. We wish the best of luck to them.
And it's also just really great though. Like they're coming together under no coaching guidance.
They don't even have coach. Yeah, that's right. It's incredible.
Just the guys putting it all together.
Good for them.
And,
good for them.
Also, just want to mention that registration for undergraduates starts Wednesday.
Yes, it's been rescheduled. So if you haven't checked your registration dates, get on MyQ and check that out. Like you said, Wednesday into.
It's the first day.
Seniors go Wednesday, Thursday, and then after that, every 2 days.
Junior, sophomore, freshman.
Yep.
So
into next week.
I think that's what we got for today's show, Kate, right?
I think so.
It was another fantastic time. Always a pleasure to spend time with you.
Thank you.
But if you want to join Q30 or TMA, you can log on to our website, www.q30.org. We meet for the morning after show every Sunday night at 8 o'clock in the studio, and we go live every Monday morning at 9. It's a good time, right?
It is fun. I like it. You don't have to be a communications major. We tell you every week. I'm a psych major, but we have a lot of fun here. Lots of laughs.
We're a blast.
So hopefully next week we'll be able to see you and we won't have any terrible
It'll be a
weather
much
news.
More upbeat show.
Yes.
No more Sandy talk. And
no more election. Just enough. We're just smooth sailing from here on out.
So all of you enjoy your week. We'll see you next week. Love you all.
Bye, guys.